Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for watching this video. For those of you who have been a part of this little series here, we're so close. We're so close being able to start printing and playtesting. And maybe that's when the real work begins, I guess, right? So our goal for this video, our goal for the evening here is we're going to finish off the last 3 empty card slots for our 3 card types at the moment. Got our starter cards down. We got our follower cards down for the most part, right? This is well enough, right? This is good enough. We'll clean the page up for when it gets printing. We still need to, this is something I just need to do, like, in my spare time, just think, right? Think deeply. Oh, so we need to finish the last 9 cards, essentially. And we need to come up with 5 objects that we can be in our game and give them some sort of ability. Give them some sort of ability. And that'll be the game for the most part, right? That'll be the game. So one card that I was thinking of, don't have a name for it necessarily, but I was thinking discard any number of cards from your hand plus 2 understanding for each card discarded this way. Discarded with this card. Does that make more sense? That make more sense? Now, it's important to note that if this were the first card that you were to play in your turn, most turns that would be that you have 4 cards left over. That's plus 8 power. Granted, you have no more cards in your hand. That is your turn. So I think just on that alone, this card has to cost 6. Super reliable, consistent card in a general sense, right? So long as you can maintain a healthy hand. And there might be some stuff that will interfere with that. Well, like the sad emotions do that, right? But is this a boring card? This is a boring card. It's reliable, it's consistent. But you just get plus 8 power and then you end your turn. And it's super good, right? Plus 8 power generated by 1 card. If there's any way for you to cycle this on top of your deck and sort of repeat, that can be a really good way to farm in the early game. We'll have to play test, right? We'll have to play test it out, figure it out. In the general sense, right? Let's do another big power. Let's do a big power card here. Let's do a cycle 3, right? Cycle 3. We'll do plus 1 understanding per card. You cycled. Per cycle. Per cards cycled. Okay, the control B is not working. Per cycled. Per card cycled this turn. Big boy card. There's a big power card here. Costs 8. 2 VP2, a little below average for the VP points. The VP points indeed. Maybe we make it VP1. We'll play test it. We'll place it. At this point, it's just like we're so close to play testing that when it comes to all this card balance, we're just looking at the play testing, right? We're just looking at the play testing. We don't have any really destroy cards here. Let's do a little idea here. Plus 2 understanding. You may put a starter card from your discard pile into another player's discard pile, they gain ownership. Like a destroy card, but not you, it's someone else. This too good? This too good? I think this costs 5 for sure. VP1. VP1. Maybe this is +1 understanding. Maybe we'll do that. We'll do +1 understanding. I think it still costs 5. That's scumbag turn. I would be interested in the idea of how can we get players to interact with each other, not in a cooperative way necessarily, but also not in a way that's just like brutal attack feeling, right? Like sort of deal. Not sure. Not sure. Feelings here. We're sort of foregoing the card titles at the moment. We're not super concerned about that stuff. Not super concerned about that stuff. 6 more cards and then some 6 more cards. Then we'll look at the object cards, the character cards. Then we'll look at the to-do list, I think. We'll look at the to-do list and we'll see how that goes. See where we're at. We got to write the rules and stuff as well. That might be a different video. Might be a different video here. Time has been short. Time has been short, my friends. 11:30. Going to be 12. 11:30 going on 12. Midnight. Busy week. Busy week. We need to get all of our stuff out of our old place now. Time is running out. Got to clean it. We've moved. I'm in a different room. We've moved and we're in a different room. Maybe we'll do another really big card. What's fun? What is fun? Something fun. Drawing cards is always fun, but I feel like we have a lot of draw cards here. I feel like we had a lot of draw cards here. We can do like, let's do this. Let's do this. +2 understanding. And trigger its effect. Let's write it this way, because I want it to, the emotion to still be available. I don't want the emotion to be tapped, so it's going to be, how much is this worth? 6? VP2 maybe? Get an emotion card. Not too bad, not too bad. Maybe it's 3. Let's do this. Let's go up. Let's go up. Let's make it 3 and make it cost 7. Make it cost 7. We can also do something like this, I'm just looking at, like, we have like these sort of 4 baseline cards here, right? Like the draw 1, the cycle 2, +1 understanding draw, +2 understanding cycle 1. Like these 4 baseline cards that I really like, that I think are a really nice foundation for any deck for the most part, right? What if we had, though, we had this, though? What if this was also sort of like a standardy thing? Untap 1 emotion. Right? Because, like, how good is this? It feels like a 3 cost. Doesn't feel worth it. It doesn't feel like a 4. Standard. Synergistic, right? This went to the corporate retreat. Got that synergy training. Hmm. We're close. We're eager. What if we did something kind of scary? What if we did like a destroy a card in your hand? X. What did we just said? Draw. Equal to its cost. BP1 cost 4, maybe. We'll test it out. We'll play it. We'll test it out. We'll play it. Yeah, looking at this really makes me think like, ah, man, like I think we really need more mechanics, more keywords to help guide the card design here. At this point, I feel like like what? I feel like I got everything. What else is there to do? What else is there to do? The dreams and nightmares. I like the idea of some sort of wombo combo card again. We need more wombo combos. You know what I'm saying? And we'll name this card Wombo. This one will be Combo. Heck it. I mean, it could be as simple as this too. It'll say if you play or have played Combo this turn, do the cool thing, right? Do the cool thing. We'll say draw 2. We'll say draw 1 and put the top card of the main deck into your hand. We will get rid of the draw 1. Put the top card of the main deck into your hand. And it'll say, we make it fully committal. Fully committal. This card does nothing unless you have the other. Right? This card does nothing unless you have the other. Or, yeah, let's make it full committal. It's all or nothing. And we'll make it cost super cheap. It's a card that literally does nothing unless you see the other card that shows up. Which might be scary. Maybe it's not good. Maybe we'll make it cost 0. And we'll do this. Or +1 understanding. And clearly and obviously, we do not want to do that +1 understanding. We can do the same over here. If you play or have played Wombo this turn, draw 3 emotion cards, and then untap them? Hello? Trying to reconnect. What has happened to my internet? I can't type. It's not letting me type. Are we back? Okay. Ooh, let's say this. You may retain all cards purchased slash gained this turn, or or killing me. +1 understanding. So let's say gain over here. Maybe, I guess gain should be a keyword, right? Gain the top card of the main deck. And put it into your hand. But all cards purchased this turn can be retained, and so you have a big turn where you have a turn where you can gain a card. You get a card for free. You can play it, and if you play it, you don't get to, I guess you get to retain it. You get to replay, at the very least, you get to play and retain a random card that you've gained with Wombo. But not only that, you can potentially purchase 2-3 cards, and then you have a plus 2-3 card hand on your next turn, right? 5 plus your retained cards. The way retain is currently working, right? Maybe we'll do the same thing in VP 0. We'll try it out. We'll test it out. We'll test it out. Let's have a scaling. I just got an idea here for a scaling card here. Let's say you can... When played, you may... When played, you may add this card to the lineup. If you do, gain a card with cost equal to or lesser than lesser than the number of general population follower cards you own. Cost 5. BP 2 maybe? We use this to farm. This is like a farming card. In theory, you can potentially have 4, 5, 6 general population cards. This card gets more valuable the game goes on. You're encouraged to hold on to it. But in the same turn, you can put this into the lineup, gain a card, it goes into your discard pile, and then you can purchase this card back immediately. We'll see how this feels. We'll see how this feels. Put my microphone in a different place than I have been for this video series. Hopefully it's not too loud. Let me know. If it's too loud, if there's ever... Guys, ladies, if there's ever an issue with my audio, please let me know. Please, 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 please. Too loud, too soft, cutting out, things like that. Please let me know. I do my best to sort of basically rewatch all my videos and listen and screen them for that sort of stuff, but things fall through the gap. Things fall through the gap. Those are too long. Whoops. Whoops. That's our to-do list. All right, we've done it. We have 60 cards. We have 60 cards made up here for our main deck. We got our motion cards set up. 6 too many? 7 too little? I mean, you know what I mean. We're going to do 7. Follower cards are set up. Not sure how many we want. I'll do this later. This is me trying to set up for printing. Let's see here. Once per turn, you may discard a card from your hand. If you do, put a card from your discard pile on the bottom of your deck. We said twice. Twice per turn. The toaster, they typically got 2, right? They got 2. Blender destroys stuff. Mixes things together. Mixes things together. Let's do this. Let's do this. If you have bought a card this turn, you may end your turn and shuffle your discard pile and deck together before drawing a new card. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I don't want it to be an every single turn sort of thing. But I like this idea of a like pseudo sense of acceleration here. I'm thinking. Blending, mixing things together. Maybe it's destroy. If you have destroyed a card this turn. There's not really enough destroy cards out there. We don't have enough destroy cards. I'm thinking that I am going to have to go through my card list by like concept, by like card mechanic, card keyword, and sort of just make sure that there's a nice balance of all the different keywords, or at the very least, look at those numbers and say like how much do we want of this, and do we want, a lot of destroy cards means that the game can potentially accelerate, and how do we balance all those numbers? Because for the most part, our cards are just like raw instinct, just gut reactions, right? For the most part. Card pile into your deck. And so essentially, you can purchase cards on your turn and then shuffle your discard pile into your deck. And then you end your turn and your hand goes into your discard pile. Potentially a way to sort of maybe float a particular card in your discard pile. Maybe a way to, there's a really good card in your discard pile right now. You can sort of get it back into your deck sooner, but it's random. We'll see. We'll see. Not ideal. Plus one understanding per untapped anger you have. Tap all anger and destroy one. Put a card in the lineup and replace it. That's a big turn. That's a long turn. Potentially. We might need to rework anger. I don't think this quite works, right? I mean, our lawnmower's even angry. Who's to say lawnmowers are angry, right? I think we got to do. Nook, you guys are on the Nooks. I probably can't say the like a name brand thing, right? Personal computer, sort of like the obvious future AI thing, right? If anything were to become randomly sentient, wouldn't it be the personal computer? Though I was just showing a friend Love, Death, Robots the other day. He had not seen them. I ended up showing them the when the yogurt takes over the earth. We could do yogurt in homage, in tribute, a sign of respect. There's pretty cool stuff in that series. Pretty cool, sort of like anthology series. Love, Death, Robots. If you don't like violence, don't look it up. I cannot. I can neither confirm nor deny. I recommend, but don't recommend. Maybe one inanimate object shouldn't have. No. We want the objects to have all sorts of potential with all the mechanics, right? Could be very simple. +1 understanding per anger tapped this turn. We leave it at that. Maybe it's at that. We'll leave it right there. We'll leave it right there. We'll leave it right there. Personal computer. Personal PC. I mean, how personal do we want to get? Maybe it's flexible. I mean, this is flexible hero. What if it did something like you have the most anger? Play a card in your hand. Your surprise. Play a random card from a random player. From a random foe. That. Maybe we'll leave it super flexible. I was trying to think in terms of like you can only activate one of these effects, and you can only activate one of them if you have the most of them, right? So if you have the most of anger and the most of fear surprise, you can't do both. You can choose one of the two. But maybe we'll leave it open ended here. I think so. I think so. Play a random card from a random foe. Easy enough. What does sad do again? Exactly. It was draw a card, right, and then draw one less card equal to the number of tapped sad cards. What's sad? What's a little sad? Misery love company. We choose another foe, and you and that foe both draw a card. We can make it synergize with sad. We can say untap one sad at the end of your. Just say untap one sad. Essentially, you can draw a card and then untap it. Because essentially, this can essentially say draw a card, but you also need to have. I mean, you're gonna have the most of them, right? But in theory, now you can potentially catch up from a deficit with this. If you were to go big into the sad, this might be a thing. This might be a thing, right? And maybe this is just plus one understanding. Easy, easy. Personal computer. How about this? Logic cards. Cost 1 less. Creativity cards cost 1 more. Is this a thing? This could be a thing. This could be its own thing. I have been playing a lot of Advance Wars by Web a lot recently, and one thing that I liked that's interesting about all the characters that you can play as is that almost all of them have some sort of benefit, but also some sort of drawback. So maybe we can have characters here that have an obvious benefit, but then some sort of drawback. Right. Right. Let's do it. These are the 5 characters that we can choose from at the start. Are they balanced? Probably not. Probably not at all. But it is a start. It is a start for sure. All right. Let's check the to-do list. We would like another mechanic. We haven't done it yet. A weakness card, threat card, player interactions. Not 100% about the weakness card yet. At this point in time, it's like, how do you get them? There's no mechanic in the game that's going to give player weakness cards unless we put it in a card itself, which we might be able to do with like anger or something like that. That might be the way to go with anger, because anger is pretty like the negative effect of anger is kind of hit or miss. We'll see how it goes. Kickstack. I don't think we need to. The emotions sort of serve as this purpose here. We got the game ending objective. Let's write some of these off, right? We got our 3 types. We might need 4, but 3 is good. Yeah, we'll play test and see, right? If we need to do anything, if we can do anything fancier or unique with the lineup, that would be cool. Make rules. I think the next video will be us making the rules, and then I'll sort of finalize. I'll go through this sheet, sort of finalize how it looks, how make sure that these are printing out in the correct way, so that they fit fairly comfortably inside of a card sleeve and things like that. So we'll have a rules video, and then maybe a little bit of time will pass, and then I'll have a video where I will show off the prototyped product that we got going on, and then we'll make the questions for the testing, the beta questions. You know what I'm saying? That'll be it. But there you go. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the future.